Well, this is the Engine Room on Bomber TV, proudly brought to you by True Value Solar. The number, of course, 13 Solar. 13 Solar if you want to get through to the boys there to get yourself some solar panels in your home. This week we've got a debutant on the show with Shannon Grant, Bendigo coach and also development coach at the Bombers joining us. Also Dean Wallis, of course. We're sitting in the development den or the dungeon, whatever you like, here at Windy Hill where the boys have been put away.
Some solar panels in here.
We do.
It's freezing, isn't it?
Shagger, thanks for joining us. Great start for the Bendigo Bombers, 4 in a row now after a loss in the first round.
Yeah, that first week was probably a bit disappointing. We played pretty well up until then, so it was a little bit of a shock round one. But since then, to the boys' credit, they've knuckled down and played some really good footy.
We might get straight into a question for you, Shagger, about Mark Williams. Plenty of people on the social media channels are wondering exactly where he's at and where his footy's at. You've seen him probably closer than anyone this year. How's he going?
Yeah, we've seen glimpses of what he's capable of over the last couple of weeks, and his work ethic and his work rate up forwards getting better. And he played a really important role for us on the weekend against Werribee. Lee Harding has obviously been pretty damaging for them, running off half back, and managed to find a fair bit of the footy for himself. Also working with Quinny to make sure he didn't have an impact as well. So he's starting to show what he's capable of, and if he keeps putting in and playing the way he has been over the last couple of weeks, he might be a chance over the next month or so.
Okay, well that's good news for Bomber fans. And also this weekend coming up against Casey. Another question on the social media channels from Brendan Casey. He's wondering how we're going to handle Favola this weekend.
Evolution, yeah. Well, he hasn't kicked the bag yet, so I'm hoping it doesn't happen this weekend. He kicked 3-5 last weekend for Casey. That was probably his best outing. So I think we'll just continue to back in our young defenders that we have. They've been doing the job for us over the last month, and guys like Trent Shinners and Davis, Brown, Carlisle, these type of guys have been really good for us. So we'll continue to back them in and hope they do a good job.
Wally, how's he looking?
Yeah, he's definitely a talent, and it's probably a shame that it's ended up the way it has. And yeah, no doubt if we're not on their ball, he'll end up kicking a few. So yeah. No
chance of him coming to Essendon next year?
Yeah, we'd probably come to Essendon, DFO. I don't think he'd be coming to Essendon Footy. He won't be coming to Essendon Footy Club.
Not to the footy club?
No, I don't think he would be.
Paddy Ryder, how have you assessed his first 8 or 9 weeks this year? Obviously he's been moved around a bit, ruck and also forward, bit of noise out there from the boys. How have you assessed his first half of the year or first quarter of the year?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. Paddy's Mr. Fix-It, and fortunately or unfortunately for himself is that we've got 2 other big boys that are going really well. Paddy could be probably one of the best ruckmen in the comp if he had played out that position more often than not. But at the moment he's playing a number of roles, and that's all we ask him to do, play a role, and he's been doing it to the letter. So Paddy's one of those blokes that gets on the end of a few down forward. He can play centre half back, he can go into the ruck. So we're probably lucky that we've got a player like Paddy Ryder.
And Shannon, a couple of the other boys who are yet to have a game this year from Bendigo, I guess, pushing for selection and creating that depth. Travis Collier, David Myers, who's in this week, Alex Brown, these guys. Can you tell us a little bit about how they're going, I guess, just pushing up to selection in terms of getting into the senior side? Yeah,
well, their form's been great. You throw Prismal into that equation and Ricky Dyson, they've been absolutely fantastic for us the whole year, and they're doing a hell of a lot right. They're working on the areas of the game that they need to, and their form through the VFL has been first rate. So they're doing everything that they can. They're playing really good footy, and I'm sure if they continue to work the way they are, they'll get reward for their effort pretty soon, I would have thought.
It's been a great dilemma to have, because our match committees have been pretty, not a 2-minute thing where you just walk in and walk out. So it's a good problem to have.
Yeah. Now the boys will have a captain's run this morning, Wally, and then we'll get on the plane this afternoon, head up to Brisbane. Talk us through the next 24 hours before the game tomorrow night. What do the players do? And what are you up to as well?
What are you up to, Wal?
Well, I'm a keen surfer, Shag. Being from Nil, never surfed in my life, and I love me races, so I might go and watch Black Caviar. No, not at all. Yeah, the boys will have a run today. That's a standard thing. It's a little bit different, where the program that we're looking at is get up there and do the mission and come home. So we're not going up a hell of a lot before. I know it's a night game tomorrow night, so we'll get up there about 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. We'll go for a bit of a walk and a stretch. Big feed, early to bed, and get up tomorrow morning. And
for the players, early to bed?
And the coaches, one in all in, that J-Rob.
Good.
And we'll just go for a bit of a get-together tomorrow, a couple of meetings, and spend a bit of time with the players and get out there tomorrow and jump on a bus and hopefully go over to the Gabba and knock off Brisbane.
Yeah, let's hope we can improve that interstate record that we've had so far. Shagger, thanks for being with us. A solid debut.
Pleasure, mate.
Good luck on the weekend. Thanks, boys.
Cheers.